let us now explore the last topic for this week, consumer behavior in tech markets. Consumer behavior in the tech world is unique, driven by fast-changing trends, a desire for innovation, and sometimes, let's face it, pure FOMO, the fear of missing out. Tech consumers are more informed than ever, yet often make decisions that can seem paradoxical. Let's dive into how tech consumers think, behave, and why understanding their behavior is key to effective marketing strategies. Reason 1: speed of adoption and fear of missing out. We live in a time where consumers are always on the lookout for the next big thing. In fact, a latest study found that 57% of consumers admit to feeling the pressure to upgrade their tech gadgets just because their friends or colleagues have the latest model. This is particularly evident in the smartphone market. Let us take the classic example of Apple iPhone launches. Every year, like clockwork, people line up outside stores or refresh their browsers obsessively to buy the latest iPhone. While the features between models often see only incremental improvements, Apple consumers are driven by a sense of urgency and status. A fun stat: the average iPhone user upgrades every 2.8 years, even though a typical iPhone can last up to 6 years. Next, reason number 2: loyalty versus trial seekers. There is a sharp divide in the tech market between brand loyal customers and the so-called trial seekers. Loyalty in tech is often emotional and deeply connected to the brand's ecosystem. Think of the millions of Samsung or Xiaomi users who won't even consider switching brands because they are so integrated into that brand's features, apps, or user interface. However, you also have trial seekers who are constantly bouncing between the brands. They will go from an iPhone to a Google Pixel just to see what the fuss is about. In 2022, a survey showed that 34% of the tech consumers actively explore new brands when their device contracts end, showing the importance of targeting trial seekers through marketing. An amusing case in India is the rise of budget smartphones. People switch from OnePlus to Realme and Black like it's a hobby. As one Reddit user humorously put it, "The only reason I have tried a new phone this year is because I forgot my charger at a friend's house." The third reason: the rise of green tech consumers. More and more tech buyers are considering sustainability in their purchase decisions. In a 2024 survey, 73% of consumers stated that they would prefer buying from a tech brand that prioritizes eco-friendly practices. This change is being driven by younger generations, especially Gen Z, who want their gadgets to not only be smart but also sustainable. Take Fairphone, a company that has made headlines for producing ethically sourced, sustainable smartphones. While they may not have the flash of an iPhone or the power of a Galaxy, Fairphone has built a loyal consumer base through its commitment to sustainability. It shows how tech marketers need to appeal not just to function but also to values. Reason number 4, fear of complexity. While tech consumers love shiny new things, there's an interesting paradox. They don't want it to be too complicated. Consumers often feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of options and features in tech products, which can lead to decision fatigue. In fact, 41% of consumers reported feeling confused about which tech products to buy due to complex jargon and specifications. Remember Google Glass? Despite all the hype, the product flopped because people could not quite understand its purpose and felt intimidated by its complexity. In contrast, Amazon Alexa devices have thrived by keeping things simple and intuitive, capitalizing on the ease of use factor. Reason number 5, instant gratification and impatience. We have entered the era of I want it now. In 2024, a staggering 86% of consumers expected their products to be delivered within 24 hours, with 25% saying they would abandon a brand if the delivery took more than 2 days. This behavior is shaping tech marketing strategies, as brands must not only promise cutting-edge technology but also deliver it quickly. An Indian example is the OnePlus phone pre-order campaigns, which feature flash sales that sell out within minutes. This plays into the psychology of scarcity and instant gratification, where consumers feel the need to act quickly or risk missing out. What's funny is that people who weren't even planning to buy the phone often end up doing so just because it was in limited stock. Reason number 6, personalization is king. Modern tech consumers crave personalization. A 2023 Deloitte report found that 63% of consumers expect brands to offer tailored recommendations based on their preferences and behavior. Companies like Spotify have nailed this with their personalized playlists such as Discover Weekly. This feature analyzes your listening habits and delivers a curated playlist that feels like it was made just for you. By 2024, Spotify reported that 80% of its users interacted with personalized playlists, proving how personalization creates a deeper connection between the brand and the consumer. In India, Zomato has mastered the art of personalization in food tech. Their witty push notifications and personalized food suggestions based on your past orders make the consumer feel like the app knows them. Last but not the least, the social proof effect. Tech consumers are highly influenced by reviews, ratings, and what others are saying. Social proof plays a huge role in the decision-making process. In fact, 92% of consumers trust recommendations from friends and family more than they trust advertising. A funny example is how many people will not download a new app unless it has a 4.5-star rating or higher. We have all been there, scrolling through app reviews, looking for that one comment that validates our decision to download or skip. To develop effective tech marketing strategies, leverage consumer insights, by simplifying your product, utilizing social proof, and offering personalization. Understanding tech consumers will enable you to meet their evolving needs in a fast-paced market. Let's dive into something we all know but don't always stop to think about: how we behave as tech consumers. Whether you're deciding between the latest smartphone, debating if it's time to upgrade your laptop, or just scrolling through Amazon for some wireless earbuds, there's a method to the madness of our tech purchases. Today, we are going to explore three important aspects of consumer behavior in tech markets: tech-savvy consumers, user experience, and the power of online reviews and social proof. And I promise, no dry stats or complicated graphs. We are keeping it real and relatable. First, let us talk about tech-savvy consumers. That's probably many of us here, right? These days, when you shop for tech, you don't just walk into a store and pick the shiniest gadget on the shelf. No, you're armed with information. A study by Pew Research in 2023 found that 81% of tech consumers spend significant time researching a product before they even think about buying it. I mean, you have got YouTube reviews, Reddit threads, tech blogs. There's no shortage of information out there. Let's take the OnePlus community as an example. OnePlus, when it first started, was basically the underdog in the smartphone game. But they did something genius. They embraced tech-savvy users. They openly discussed their product specifications, shared their development roadmaps, and asked for the user feedback on the features. And people loved the transparency. Tech consumers don't just want a shiny phone, they want to understand how it works, how it compares to others, and whether it's worth the price tag. So, if you're marketing to these tech-savvy consumers, keep this in mind: flashy slogans aren't going to cut it. They want the data, the specifications, the performance metrics. Brands like NVIDIA and AMD do this well when they launch their new GPUs, the graphical processing units. These tech enthusiasts are eagerly analyzing every single detail. It's all about transparency and depth. Now, let us move on to something we have all experienced at one point or another: user experience or UX. You know, when you open up a new device or app and it just works seamlessly, it feels like magic. And if it doesn't, well, it's an instant turn off. A 2022 report by Forrester found that 76% of consumers say they are more likely to stick with a product if it offers an excellent user experience. Think about that. You could have the most powerful piece of tech, but if it's hard to use, no one's going to stick around. Take Apple for instance. They have mastered the art of UX. You can pick up an iPhone, a MacBook, or even AirPods, and they all talk to each other like they have been friends for years. Everything is seamless. No instructions needed. That's why Apple tops customer satisfaction rankings year after year. It's not just about having a good product. It's about making sure that product is easy and intuitive to use. On the flip side, Let's talk about Microsoft for a second. Anyone remembers Windows 8? It was a disaster because they tried to mix a tablet experience with a desktop interface and people were just lost. It was like trying to navigate a maze without a map and it quickly flopped. They had to rush out Windows 10 just to fix the mess. Therefore, a good UX can make or break a product, and consumers today expect tech to just work. So if you're building or marketing tech, make sure UX is front and center. Show people how easy it is to use your product because nobody wants to feel like they need an engineering degree just to set up a new app. Now, for the final piece of the puzzle, online reviews and social proof. Let's be honest. How many of you check reviews before buying anything? Almost everyone, right? In fact, a 2023 study by Bright Local found that 93% of consumers read online reviews before making a tech purchase. And get this, 85% of them trust those reviews as much as personal recommendations. Whether it is browsing Amazon reviews, watching tech YouTubers, or scrolling through Reddit threads or blogs, people want to know what other people think before they hit buy. And I'm not talking about those polished ads. People want real feedback from real users. Samsung gets this. When they launched their Galaxy Z Fold 5 in 2023, they sent review units to tech influencers. Those influencers did real-world tests showing off how the foldable phone worked in their daily lives. And guess what? The buzz from those reviews led to a 22% increase in pre-orders compared to the previous year's model. That's the power of social proof. Here's a funny scenario. You're on Amazon eyeing that fancy new gadget, all ready to buy until you scroll down to the reviews and see something like died after 2 weeks, total waste of money. Suddenly, your excitement is gone. It's incredible how fast opinions can change based on a few reviews from strangers. Well, social proof is everything in today's tech market. If your product has glowing reviews, it's going to attract attention. Brands need to actively encourage positive reviews, partner with influencers, and showcase user-generated content. It's no longer just about telling consumers why your product is great, it's about letting other users show them. So whether you're targeting the tech-savvy consumer who is going to compare every single specification, focusing on providing a seamless user experience that makes people fall in love with your product, or leveraging online reviews and social proof to build trust, you need to adapt to these shifts in consumer behavior. Tech buyers today are informed, demanding, and influenced by their peers more than ever. And to win them over, brands have to meet them on their terms, not the other way around. As we wrap up this week on marketing, technology, products and services, let us revisit the key insights we have covered. We explored the unique landscape of high-tech markets marked by rapid change, short product life cycles, and global market reach. Understanding consumer behavior in these markets is crucial, particularly for tech-savvy consumers who prioritize user experience and rely heavily on online reviews, and social proof. We defined technology marketing, highlighting its value proposition and marketing mix tailored to tech products. It is essential for marketers to effectively communicate benefits and differentiate their brands in a competitive environment. Finally, we emphasized the importance of technology marketing in driving innovation and adoption, helping consumers embrace new technologies. Next week, we will delve into developing strategies for technology marketing. Until then, thank you.